I invite you to take a deep breath, inhaling deeply and slowly into the diaphragm. Then hold it for a moment and slowly exhale. Slow, deep, intentional breathing is one of the best things you can do for your health. Deep breathing not only allows us to take in oxygen and expel waste, it can also help us drop into the parasympathetic rest and digest healing state. Slow, deep breathing tells the nervous system that there's no emergency, that it's safe to downshift into the rest and digest parasympathetic state. Slow, deep breathing can also boost our physical and mental energy and help us release toxins and waste and activate the parasympathetic state of the nervous system. So to help you take advantage of these benefits, I wanted to arm you with some essential oils that can help open your lungs and expand your capacity to breathe deeply. So some of my favorite essential oils for breathing can help the lungs open up. And the lungs are one of our most powerful channels into the body. When you breathe, air enters your body through your nose or your mouth and transfers to the air passages, which then carries oxygen into your lungs. And your lungs then pass oxygen into your bloodstream, where it's transported to the tissues and the organs. So anything you inhale is really going to travel quite quickly into every cell in your body. In fact, the entire process from the initial inhalation of an essential oil to the corresponding response in the body can happen in a matter of seconds. So the effectiveness of this delivery channel kind of explains why cocaine is snorted through the nose and why anesthesia is delivered through inhalation. It's a really powerful channel in your body. And when remedies are inhaled, they go straight into the bloodstream. So after they enter the bloodstream, it can travel quickly to the brain or any area of the body and elicit a host of intense effects shortly after, it gets in there. So in addition to being the fastest channel into the body, the inhalation channel allows remedies to bypass the digestive tract and the liver, where they would be subjected to digestive processing and stomach acid, and it changes it. So some of my favorite essential oils for breathing include our parasympathetic blend, because as I mentioned, if you're experiencing any respiratory problems ranging from allergies, a cold, or indoor air pollution to even more serious conditions like asthma, bronchitis, or pneumonia, you may have difficulty breathing, which may leave you feeling mentally and physically fatigued and can compromise your immune system, your ability to detoxify, and to drop into the parasympathetic state. So essential oils with their natural anti-inflammatory and decongestant properties can really help you breathe easily again. So the best blend for breathing is called Breathe. Imagine that. And it contains 3 different types of eucalyptus oil. And eucalyptus is a really powerful decongestant that can help you strengthen the lungs. Breathe also contains peppermint oil, whose expectorant qualities may help the upper respiratory congestion caused by like bronchitis or allergies or even cold or flu. So you would just put a really small amount, like a drop or 2, along the chest. And I always dilute with a carrier oil like coconut oil or olive oil because they can be kind of hot. You can also use castor oil if it's messy. So if you're kind of staying at home being sick, that's a good choice, not necessarily if you're going to put on a beautiful blouse on top of it. So Breathe will really help open up your airways and allow you to take in more healing breaths. And it's a little bit of a catch-22. If you can't really breathe and take in breaths, it makes it harder to heal. Another great one for breathing is our lung support. The lungs serve as a fundamental source of life energy. They transport oxygen from the atmosphere into the bloodstream, where they oxygen all the cells in the body. And they're also an important channel of elimination, releasing carbon dioxide from the bloodstream into the atmosphere. And similarly, emotions like feelings of grief or loss or remorse can obstruct our ability to accept and relinquish, and actually impacts the lungs, the ability to take in and let go. And grief that remains unresolved can become chronic and create an imbalance in the lungs and impede lung function, and with it, kind of the ability to circulate oxygen in our system. So an impaired lung function can be experienced as a shortness of breath, fatigue, feelings of melancholy, and our lung support blend helps to overcome grief and let go of negative experiences. You would just take 2 or 3 drops and apply them over the lungs. You can also apply them along the earlobes, and just as you might experience a relief and a release of grief as you apply it, and that might be experienced as crying or just finally letting go of things. And then finally, the parasympathetic state is influenced by external factors like breathing, which we talked about. And while deep breathing can stimulate the parasympathetic state, you can also use the parasympathetic blend applied right behind the earlobe on the mastoid bone, and that will help drop you into the parasympathetic state where you can start to increase your breath and expand your diaphragm and really take in the air and the healing oxygen and relinquish all of the waste. So to trigger the parasympathetic state, you would just apply a drop or 2 of the parasympathetic oil right behind the earlobe on the mastoid bone. So those 3 oils, the breathe oil, the lung support oil, and the parasympathetic, are great ways to expand your ability to breathe and take in breath.
Hi, I'm Jodi Cohen, founder of Vibrant Blue Oils. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. Please don't forget to subscribe by clicking the circle at the bottom of this screen. And if you want to access more free essential oil trainings, just visit vibrantblueoils.com/YouTube. You can find this link in the video description. Thank you again.